Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
Get your kids out of the room. In
And
case you don't know, if you're new.
Episode 14.
Episode 14, kids out of the room. I mean, I feel like I have just like so much shit like to say and going on and like it's been a wild week. It's a birthday week. I'm wearing I moved on to Valentine's Day. Black heart, like your black heart.
Like my real black heart.
Well, and really because I wanted to wear my very lovely new birthday headband that my friend gave me because she saw the red one at Christmas.
With the rhinestones.
Isn't that fantastic? So the other sweater is red and the one is red and white because I have 3 Valentine's Day sweaters. I don't leave the fucking house.
I don't have any.
And I have 3 Valentine's Day sweaters. So I went with the black one. The black one.
Get black.
Like your soul.
My soul is not black. But it was birthday shenanigans. This is what we're just going to call the episode. The birthday shenanigans.
And birthday shenanigans. There's a lot going on. Let me think. Okay, so the weekend.
She lived through it. You think she was 22 again.
My birthday, this birthday resembled like my 17th birthday. 47, 17, 27. They're all the same.
Yeah.
So I got a little something in my eye. Hang on. So I don't even know where the fuck to start with this story. I mean, it's really like I'm still like in disbelief of the whole thing. We're probably gonna have a cameo with Joe again throughout.
There's just so much. I don't even know
because
where to begin.
We're gonna need a demonstration. Hang on, let me fix my fucking cushion here. Okay, so the heart is lopsided and it makes my boobs look lopsided, and now I can't unsee that.
It's okay.
My boobs are not lopsided.
Okay, we don't.
Hey,
the anatomy. I don't.
Speaking of anatomy. We'll get back to the birthday in a minute. So all the talk we've been having about shaving the legs and all the business and all the stuff, I am proud that I have motivated at least one other woman from watching this to get out there and get her winter shave done. Because I got a text message yesterday. I will not name names.
Oh my God.
I'm embarrassing anybody, but I got a text message yesterday. And
these poor partners, poor husbands,
saying that she saw one of the shows and it got her to thinking it's been a long winter and she better get on it. So she took care of business. So I'm glad I was able to at least motivate one other woman to take care of business.
Yeah, it's called maintaining. Oh, so it's not so bad in the spring. You don't have the spring clean.
We're gonna have to get back to the birthday. So when I was like in college, my one friend had a motto of always be ready, right? Always be ready. Like, keep the legs shaved because you don't know when they might need to be shaved.
Well, in college, you could hook up at any time.
Well, that was I wasn't going to be that graphic, but since you said it's better. So it was like, keep the apartment clean. This was like true like through your 30s. Keep the apartment clean, keep your shit clean, keep things cleaned up, right? So, of course, the first needling session, that was in my mind, kind of like it was when I was in the hospital in college after I fell and had to go get the stitches and I hadn't shaved like all month of December because of, finals and whatever.
That's what you get.
So similar. So I saw my friend over the weekend and we were having this conversation and I said, you gave me great advice that I listened to in my earlier years, and now that I'm married, poor Joe, I mean, it's just always be ready doesn't really apply anymore.
No, you get married and it gets old.
It gets just, he puts up with whatever he has to put up with. It's unfortunate for him, but oh well. So anyway, this led to a conversation. We started talking about going for waxing. So my one friend never done it before, and so we got a demonstration, which I already knew.
Wait, that's like
wait a minute.
Fair Fowler. How could you never have had a wax anywhere before?
Well, so a bikini wax is also different than a Brazilian wax. Yeah. And I only know this from a little bit that I've read in Cosmo, which, I mean, Cosmo has never applied to me my entire life. It didn't apply to me at 13, 23, 33, 47. Does not apply to me. But anyway, so I remember a friend in college had gone for a waxing, and she was telling us about it. And she's like, I had to get on my hands and knees. What the fuck? Okay. So I was like, whoa.
Way too much
for anybody else who doesn't know. I bet mom doesn't know about this. I mean, who knows?
My God.
My one friend over the weekend was like, what do you mean you have to get on your hands and knees? So if you get the Brazilian, which basically means it's all coming off, you're on your hands and knees. I mean, I can't even. One bikini wax in my lifetime, and that was enough for me to ever, I mean, I never, I mean, how...
I need to put my sunglasses on. I've got this big crease here because the sun is like coming in. The sun's coming in. Not as bad as mom's. I mean, I'm fine, but I'm just letting you know. It's not as bad as mom's sunroom. You can't believe
how bright that sunroom was.
Mom's sunroom is. You got to sit in the house and wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
Wear the sunglasses.
So, hang on.
You don't need to put your sunglasses on.
Why you have to throw her on the bus? No, I have to fucking hear about it. You say shit and then I have to hear about it. And it is fucking bright. They ought to have.
No,
they ought to have shades.
Like shades. I understand it's a sunroom, but you can put like some blinds down.
No, they're not doing it.
That's like it still lets some of the sun in. Like,
okay,
it doesn't.
Well, you need to get your sunglasses. You excuse yourself and go and get them.
Okay,
so wait, you have to hear this because I didn't tell you about this.
Oh.
So the story continues. So it goes from always be prepared. I think it's like the Boy Scout motto.
Yeah.
Also like always
be prepared.
Okay, bitches. Also always be prepared.
I think it was Girl Scouts too.
Whatever. So always be prepared. One thing led to a conversation about waxing of various forms, which led to, have you ever heard of, and maybe other people out there know about these things, maybe we have them in Philadelphia, I'm fairly certain they don't have them in State College, but I could be wrong, a true Korean spa. So my friend was telling me, you go in, they separate the men and the women, you get buck fucking naked, and they throw buckets of warm water on you and do like a full body cleanse. Like they come and just like sponge you the fuck down and shit. So part of me is like totally repulsed by this idea.
I'm not repulsed.
And part of me was like in awe.
On me. I don't
she
want
said
water
it's very
thrown on
relaxing. It's very nice.
Whether it's hot water or cold coming at me, I don't want it thrown at me.
But I've never heard of such a thing. Anybody else? I mean, I've never heard of it. So, and then of course all I could think of was the Korean lady that used to do the dry cleaning who just loved me and I loved her, and then that was like a whole other spinoff. So anyway. There's so many. It was so many things, like so much new information that I obtained over the weekend. So
it was a learning experience.
It was a learning experience.
Birthday was a learning experience.
At 47, I'm still learning shit about self-care, so that's good. You know, I'm not gonna. My waxing.
Okay,
my needling is about to come to an end. Don't tell me enough one more time. I'll throw my coffee at you. My needling is going to come to an end next month because I scheduled the fucking back surgery.
Oh, you did? You called this morning?
I called this morning. I went yesterday to the surgeon's office. He's number 12 in the world, according to him. I didn't look this up, but
you should look it up.
Somebody else in his practice is number 1. So we're sitting there with him, and he's like, "Walk me through it." So okay, I fell on the stairs, blah blah blah. Here I am. I need surgery. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna dispute that. You need surgery. You've needed surgery." Okay, and then he goes, "I'm not trying to be funny here. This is a really impressive MRI." So of course I start laughing because it's fucking. I mean, I'm like, I know it's so serious, but at the same time I've like just completely like put it off, and it's amusing nonetheless. And then there's the words like severe and whatever, and I don't even know. So there's a lot. So and he's like, I can't. He's like, so then he says to me, "Here." Pulls up the calendar. I have a cancellation on the 14th. The 14th? Next fucking week. We'll put you in the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
No. I'm not ready to have this done next week. No. And then so that okay, I'll get you on the 22nd. No, you're not going to get me on the 22nd. Whatever the fuck the 23rd. Whatever that Friday is before Sean's birthday. Oh. And so I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to screw up his birthday, which thank you, Eddie Meg. I appreciate that. That's what I got when I told him I'm not doing it then. So I looked at the calendar and it was just so it's next month. I have like a month like
after my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's the thing. It was like all this shit going on. We have friends coming a weekend. Like I had to like it was Joe's birthday. Like I tried to figure it out, like squeeze it in. So I say to him, and he's a lovely individual, and I told him that. I said, you're really nice. I said, the last 2 surgeons I saw were real asses. Like, I expected you to be an ass. And he took it in stride. He's like, oh, I'm glad I'm not an ass. And then, so he's telling me all about the surgery, and he's saying, like, I'll take very good care of you. I'm with you every step of the way. I'll explain everything. He was so nice. So then I say to him, because I have no intention of going with this guy. So I say, after the whole spiel, I'm like, I don't mean to be an ass. But I want to see the other guy because he's ranked number 1 in the world. I want to see him. He took it in stride. He was very professional, and he said, "Okay, so well, I'm number 12 if that makes you feel any better. But if you want to see him, we'll get you an appointment with him." So then he talks some more, and I felt okay with him. And then he left to get the nurse and whatever information. I looked at Joe because we'd agreed if I'm going to see somebody, I'm going to put this off for long enough. I don't want to be dead or maimed, so we're going to go with number 1. But I thought number 12. I mean, number 12 in the world is still pretty good. I mean, I would take like a top 50, I guess. A top 50. He's in top 20 of the world. So I'm like, okay, I trust this guy.
Did he say of the world, or is that your
Well, when I said that number 1 in the world, and he said, well, I'm number 12, if that makes you feel any better. But he was very nice. He was not, like, he wasn't like a douchey douche.
He wasn't pompous.
Like a lot of other surgeons tend to be. And if you're a surgeon watching this, which I highly doubt you are, but if you are, I mean, a lot of the ones I've met are just douches. Anyway, so in comes the nurse, and she's very nice, and she gives me like a fucking book of like what the surgery is going to entail. It's like pages and pages and pages and pages. And I'm like half listening to her, and she's talking about like, okay, so the location that we went at the surgery at, he does on Fridays. And then Joe, I never even thought of this, Joe chimes in with, wait a minute. Now he looks like he's really physically fit, but like how tired is he on a Friday? Like how many surgeries are happening during the week? I'm like, that's a great question. So today when she called me to schedule, I was like, so like
she called you?
I called her and then she called me back like 10 minutes later. So, I mean, he said to me, he's like, you're 47. Like, you can't put this, you really can't put this off anymore. I'm like, well, don't I have to lose weight? Because I was at this weight the first time I saw a surgeon back in like 2001 or 2002. And the guy was like, we were to lose like 75 pounds before we did the surgery. He's like, you have to have the surgery. If it's between you losing weight and having surgery, you're having surgery. And that's when he was like, look, the 14th is open. No. So also that gives me a month. I have a month to dry out because dry January turned into damp January, turned into fucking sopping, soaking wet January, turned into rode fucking hard, wet and rode hard and put away wet January, right into February. So I have one more birthday social occasion this Saturday.
Whose?
Mine. One more of my birthday celebration. I'm going to do it with friends. So drying out this week to Saturday, and then for a month until Joe's birthday, and then the surgery.
Makes it sound like it's a problem.
I like to party, so there's that. I like wine, I like beer, there's that. And I'm in a lot of pain, so there's that. When he said to me yesterday, he's like, I can't even imagine how much pain you're in. I still have just been drinking a lot. He was like, I hope that's not true. I said, what is? I'm like, I have a medical marijuana license. I just drink instead, just drink. So anyway, so a month to get healthy, lose a few more lbs, I guess. I mean, he said it can't hurt, but he's like, we need to get this done. Like, we're not waiting for you to lose weight. So, so then the nurse yesterday, right? Well, when she called today to schedule, I said, so it's on a Friday. I'm like, what time is on Friday? And she's like, we start to the earliest, and it's usually done by lunchtime. And I said, I don't want to be the last one. Like, how about first? What time is the first one? She's like, that's 6 a.m. I said, okay, that 6 a.m. is not going to work either. So I don't want to be first, and I sure as hell don't want to be last. So she's like, how about somewhere in the middle? And which is very, very much goes with like my Goldilocks mentality of like.
My rule has always been go second. Like even in high school when you had to volunteer for like a speech or something, I didn't want to go first. Always wanted to go second. I wanted somebody to go first so I knew like kind of what the expectation was and how it was supposed to play out. Really in anything, not just giving the speeches. And then I would go second because then I got it done and out of the way. And Dad taught me always, he's like, you should be the first one to go. Well,
I like to be first to get things done, but I'm not going to be at the hospital at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I adapted. If
the surgery's at 6 a.m., then what the fuck time do I actually have to be there?
Yeah, early. But
I'm going to like stay overnight the night before just to be there. Like, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Wait, there's a couple things here, though. Wait a minute. So about this. So also yesterday I said to the nurse, I said, you have to understand. So we watched this documentary about that psychopath in Texas that killed and maimed all those patients of his. And she laughed. And she's like, I'm embarrassed as a medical professional that actually it occurred. If you've not seen this documentary, some guy, his last name begins with a D, looks like douche. It's not Deutsch, something. Some guy in Texas. We watched a documentary about it a couple years ago, and he fucked up all these people and killed some. So then a friend of mine recently said, oh, Dr. Death on Netflix, whatever it's on. It's so good. Check it out. Like, well, but maybe not before you have back surgery. But I'm not thinking like whatever. So we go to put it on the other day, and the first season is I mean, it's not a documentary. It's like watching like a drama or whatever, a mystery drama, whatever. And the first season is all about that guy from Texas. I'm like, oh no, we're not watching this. Turn it right the fuck off.
Yeah,
we are not good, not watching it. So we had a little conversation about that. So then this morning, like I'm just, appointments made. I'm thinking maybe so two things. One, I need to let my eyebrows grow out so I don't look like a fucking psychopath my own self at the hospital when I don't have my glasses on.
Just wear your glasses.
And I thought, because I'm trying to let them grow, but then like last night I was so stressed, I was like, then they're gone again. And so then I thought maybe this is a fine time to go get them fucking tattooed on before the surgeries, and they're just there and I don't have to worry about it. Because also then the thought, the mind is going, because if I fucking die on this table, I'm going to be like a grandma at her funeral. The fuckers didn't put her eyebrows on.
Yeah. When Grandma Wilson died, she's like, someone better do my eyebrows and my lip.
I will not be sent into wherever the fuck I end up going after death. This is my thought. This when I put my eyebrows on. Like, somebody better give them a fucking picture, and it better be done right.
Oh, you wait, I'll do it.
I mean, it needs to be done.
I'll do it.
Well, it needs to be done by professionals because you can't do it like there. You can't.
I'll take a pen in and just.
You can't. It doesn't work that way.
Watch me.
Because when Tracy died, they didn't put her lips on, so I went to put lipstick on, and this is so gross. I know, but like, and she's my sister. I knew she wouldn't have lipstick on, so we tried to put lipstick on her, but the skin's not soft anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is the shit going through my mind. So I might have to run out in the next month and spend the money to get my eyebrows just tattooed right the fuck on, so that they're there. So I don't have to worry about them in the hospital. I don't have to worry about them. God forbid something happens to me. They're there. They're on. Okay.
When I had my knee surgery, years ago, so it was like 2004 when I had my knee surgery. I had it the Tuesday after the New Year, and I remember thinking, and I liked my orthopedist, and he was a top
Mazer?
doc. Yeah. Oh. So, top doc, but I was thinking, like, you had a holiday break. Like, how are you going to be on your game, like, when you come in to do my knee? But
right.
The thing is that he was so attractive and so good looking. Married, definitely solid marriage, had 6 kids. The man was crazy, and his wife is even crazier. I mean, like, in a good way, fun. So I had a bikini wax and my pedicure done before I went in for my surgery. Because 2 things.
You can't have nail polish on.
No, they absolutely could. I absolutely did.
I thought you couldn't have it on because they look at your nails and shit.
No.
To see, like, if you, like, turn blue.
Nope, had my toes done and they were red. So, anyhow, so I had it done because I'm going to be in there having surgery. And more importantly is that I have my knee done and I'm not going to be getting a pedicure anytime soon. So it needed to be done. So it was like
all the things done.
It was like a twofer. But I remember rolling in before they give you the anesthesia and I'm like, listen, I had my toenails done for this. Fast forward when I had my emergency gallbladder surgery, no toenails and no waxing. And I literally wheeling in, it was a female anesthesiologist. I'm like, I did not get my toes done.
See, this is the shit that men don't think about or have to worry about. Like, you're not in the hospital worrying about whether or not your shit's shaved and your fucking toes are done. This is the stuff that we have to worry about. And it makes me a little bit hostile.
Well, I had an argument with my first surgery. I'm like, why do I have to be naked? Like, why can't I wear my underwear? Like, can I at least wear my underwear?
I assure you I cannot have my underwear on for this.
They're like, no, you can't. I'm like, you're on my knee. You're not.
Well, all I could think
if
about.
If something happens, it's going to have to be cut off. I'm like, I would just feel better. Meanwhile, they splay you out. Like, your arms are put out.
I'm going to be on my stomach, Kelly.
Okay, well, they're going to put your arms out
Which I can't even imagine because I can't get it hurts so bad. They're going to have to drug me up before I get on my stomach. But then I thought also, the thing was, here's another whole fucking panel of people. They're going to see my ass and see this fucking tattoo. So before the anesthesia kicks in, I'm going to have to quickly explain, hey.
You should just hand out a business card.
Right, it's supposed to say rock star.
You should just hand out business cards. It'll give them a good laugh during surgery.
I can't.
Hopefully they don't laugh so hard they get sidetracked during the surgery.
They won't. Oh, so when what the lady said to me, the nurse said to me yesterday, I was talking about this psychopath in Texas, that they X-ray you before. So she's like, you're fine. Like they will X-ray you multiple times, like before you get off the table. I said, like to make sure like no shit's like left inside me, like screws and nuts and bolts that aren't supposed to be there. Yeah, or scissors. I think the guy in Texas left scissors inside someone. I can't think about this shit. It's a little stressful, but yeah. So they will X-ray to make sure that there's no.
Okay, you need to
extras.
not watch those things on TV.
Well, I've already watched it. The damage is done. I I can't unsee the fucking documentary. Anyway, okay, let's go to
the birthday shenanigans.
Let's go to the birthday shenanigans. It's much more fun of a thing. So.
But you have had a busy week.
It's busy, but it's fun. I mean, it's birthday week. And for those of you that might be new and that haven't watched previous episodes, the snowman resides here year round because he's gigantic and he's very heavy, and we cannot get him. We move him for Christmas and put him like up on a thing, and so he's in the window. But the rest of the year he's here because he doesn't fit through our attic door, and because he's fucking heavy, and we're not going to try to haul him to the shed and back. I mean, it's just he stays here. So if you're wondering,
maybe we could decorate him with like a grass skirt or something for like the summer season.
You only see his head though, and I tried to put like something over. It's fine. Anyway, okay. So
the shenanigans.
Birthday weekend. So Friday night we're out with friends, and I get up Saturday morning. Go out to the sunroom. It's very bright. Go out to the sunroom. I'm making sure I have all of my belongings, like my purse, my wallet's in there, my phone's in there, like all my shit is there. And I had presents from some friends. And so in the bag of presents,
get ready.
Is this?
You're not even ready for it. You're not even ready for it.
I'm just gonna hold up. See, there's stuff in there. If
I
you
don't know
can
if they
see.
can see it.
Here.
Zoom in.
I don't want to touch it. So, but I thought it was chocolate, right? So I'm looking at this thinking it was like the dome to like some cake or something, right? And it's here's some more heavy aluminum. If you can see the stuff on here, right? So I'm thinking, right?
Oh, that's disgusting.
So I'm thinking that it was with cake.
It's chocolate icing.
So I'm like, oh fuck, I had cake. I didn't even remember it. Damn it, right? So I look to Joe. I'm like, Joe. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're not ready.
And he goes, I can't. He's like, it's my hat. What? He goes, it's the
They
hat.
FaceTime
It's
me.
the hat that Joe made me. A friend of ours. It was at our friend's. It was the hat that Joe made me. So when my ride came, they wouldn't miss me. The fuck? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, my dad came for us. So at 9:52, a little background here.
Dad was the Uber.
Mom
Because
had
she's
said,
17 again.
We were out to lunch with Mom and Dad and my cousin Cindy, and so then they dropped us off. We had dinner actually, late lunch, early dinner, and so then they dropped us off at our friends. And Mom said, if it's not too late, if it's before 11, call us. You don't have to Uber. Call. We'll come get you. 47.
Well, that really meant Dad will come get her.
Well, no, Mom came last time. Mom was. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Someone was coming. I texted Mom at 9:52, and I was really like pretty under control. Like I'd eaten, I was trying to drink beers that had a little bit lower ABV, so I could like remember everything. I'm doing great. And then my one friend, she switched from beer to wine, and I thought that's a really good idea.
No, obviously you weren't thinking.
That bottle of red wine, and that's all she wrote. And then I don't remember getting home. I woke up in the morning and I found this, and then I had questions. So Joe is saying to me, and I had some sharp corners here. Joe is saying to me, it's the hat that Joe made him so that they would see him when they came to get him. And I wasn't understanding. So apparently, my father comes. A little hard time with the hearing.
You're gonna hear about it.
He does.
You're going to hear about it.
I was having some difficulty getting in the car, getting my seatbelt on.
Dad said she was running her mouth.
Joe gets me into the car, helps
You're
me
in the front seat.
I'm in the front seat.
Front seat of Dad's car.
Seatbelt on, and then apparently with my elbow or my purse, I knocked the lock button, and the door went locked, and Dad pulled the fuck away and left Joe on the curb, standing in the middle of a neighborhood. And I'm like I'm still like, I'm not comprehending. Like, what in the fuck do you mean? Like, so I'm like, so what happened? So, and I'm like, I'm trying to piece this all together. I don't remember any of it. So Mom's chiming in, Dad's chiming in. And I heard Mom earlier in the morning. I heard Mom say something to Dad about, you've lost your taxi driving, whatever. And I thought,
wow.
Oh, I thought maybe he dinged the car or something. Because I was like, why is he losing his taxi? So I'm like, I didn't understand what happened. And I'm still not understanding what happened. So we get in the car. We leave Joe standing on the fucking curb at my friend's house. And we drive the 15 minutes, whatever the fuck it is, 6, 7, 8 miles back to our house. And I'm running my mouth the whole time. And Dad's like, well, I just figured Joe was like, he's quiet sometimes. You're running your mouth. I just thought he was just really quiet.
Dad never
we get back, and I'm trying to get out of the car. So I don't know if Dad helped me. I'm not really sure. So it's some seatbelt difficulties.
Imagine. So
I get out of the car. We're out of the fucking car, and Dad's like, this is all being told to me because I don't remember any of it. And Dad's like, where's Joe? And apparently I'm like, he's here. And he's like, he's not here. And we look around, and my husband is not there. He's absolutely not there. The fuck? I'm like, how did you not notice? So then enter Joe, right? And I look at him. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't you like bang on the window? Why didn't you call me? No. He went the fuck back inside. And everyone's like, what are you doing? He's like, they just fucking left without it pulled away. So my friend Peter was like, get him a beer. So he has another beer. And then they put bets on how long it's going to take us to realize it. And Anita won.
Go, Anita.
It took us until we got the whole way home to realize, I feel awful, that he wasn't in the car. So then, because everyone's drinking, everyone's having a good time. So our friend Joe made this. Anita she was put food in the oven, whatever. So she did these oven liner things, whatever, laying out. So Joe made this for Joe. Come on out here, so if you can hear me, if you're not on a call, come on out so you can demonstrate the hat. So our friend Joe made this for Joe to put on his head, so that when we came back for him, he would have a reflecting whatever on, and Dad would see him, and he would get in the car. And so
here he comes.
And so, and all this stuff, it's not chocolate, it's fucking blood. He cut himself all to shit when he was trying to put this together. So we're gonna have Joe. You put that on. I'm gonna turn this.
It's great. You're not ready for it.
I'm gonna turn this so you can get the full.
It's a good hat.
Christ.
Well, at least you didn't miss me the second time.
Yeah, you won't get missed.
So what happened? So then let me put this down. So what happened after? So what happened? We pulled up, and what happened?
When I got back in the car?
Yeah. When you got in the car, yeah, when we came back for you.
Oh, your father was very apologetic that he had forgotten me behind.
What did I have to say?
You didn't have much to say.
But I had called you after I realized you were not in the car.
Well, you got to the house.
When we got to the house,
and you wouldn't get out of the car while it was in the driveway.
I couldn't get out of the car. I was having difficulty getting out of the car. So probably a good thing. So
I put you on speakerphone so everybody could hear.
Oh my God.
And what did I say?
You asked me where I was, and I said I'm at Peter and Anita's. I wasn't going to start walking down the street.
And then what?
Then you said you were coming back.
Okay.
I said, all right.
Did you beep the horn when you got there, or how did you know?
No, late night. We're not going to beep. We didn't beep the horn. I'm sure you were watching for it. Were you waiting for us?
I think I maybe waiting.
Did anybody else come out to see what's happening? Did they watch from the window?
Joe Leahy was yelling, to take your time, because he had the 15-minute bet.
Oh, okay.
Because he wanted to go longer, so he could win.
And Anita's bet was that we would make it home.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Oh my God.
Anita won. I hope they had money on this.
5 minutes there, 5 minutes back, I guess.
Oh my God.
Especially that time of night.
It looks like Joe's getting ready for the aliens.
Yes, we're gonna hold on to this, even though the blood is dry. You can't catch anything from it now.
No, I might try and clone him or something. Maybe.
Well, and we saw him the next night, and he put his hands up at us, and his hands are covered in Band-Aids. All of his fingers have Band-Aids all over him. So it's not chocolate. It's in fact blood.
He must have He must have been feeling no pain while he was making that.
He was sober because he had just gotten there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Thanks for coming by to share the story with us.
It's the best hat ever.
Yeah, I tried to pull on the door handle and it wouldn't lock, and then all of a sudden the car started to move.
I think it's great that he just went back in instead of pounding on the door or calling you right away. He didn't even call you right away.
Yeah, I asked him. I asked you why you
either
didn't.
stay
Why did
there
you call me?
or just Uber at that point.
You just said you figured to go back in and have another beer.
Yeah, why not?
And wait and see how this shakes out. Just wait and see how the fuck this shakes out.
Sure, why not?
It's fantastic. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, it's all good. Well, thanks for
I
joining
would
us.
have loved it if you would have gone to bed.
Well, no, he wouldn't be able to get in. He would sleep at Anita's
Yeah,
again.
that's what I'm saying.
Like Christmas. Well, hopefully he would have made it to the couch this time and not the floor.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Thanks for that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Let me
Joe's
see if
hat.
I can get
The
this
alien,
back.
I'm going to call it the alien.
The alien
deflector.
hat. My God. It's always something.
The shenanigans. The birthday shenanigans.
So they should be. I mean, it shouldn't be fucking thing. It shouldn't be. Things should be more calm now. I don't know. We got free steak knives last night at Capitol Grill, and I'm not sure if we were supposed to.
Wait, how do you get? They're not giving away steak knives.
So the guy heard me. Joe and I were discussing whether or not we were going to order wine, and it was my birthday. I might as well have some wine. And the waiter's
She
like,
stretches her birthday out for the month.
I should. So he heard it was my birthday, so we get the wine, and then he came over and he said, "Happy birthday from Capitol Grill. Here's your gift." And he put a steak knife down in front of us. I said, "Oh, do we get to keep these?" And then he's like, "Are you familiar with Hogan's Heroes?" I'm like, Joe watches it. I'm like this much. And I guess the guy in Hogan's Heroes is like, I see nothing, or some shit. So I'm like,
why are you taking a steak knife?
Well, I used to have a collection from every steakhouse that I went to.
Did it come with a sheath, or you just stuffed it in your purse?
And I wiped them off on the cloth napkin and put them right in my purse. They're out there on the coffee table because I forgot about them until this morning.
Oh my God.
I don't know if Capitol Grill wants those back, but it's fun. Just kind of like glassware. I usually ask before I take it though. I ask the waitress or waiter or the bartender. Oh, sorry, I shook the table. Sorry, shaky shake.
If you can,
is it okay? Yeah, they're usually what I don't see is fine. So I was unclear if I was actually supposed to take these, or he was just I don't see anything. It was a weird statement to make, and so now we have two really nice steak knives. So
that's the last thing I need.
I don't need a knife. The last thing I need is a steak knife. Maybe we'll have to go back. When I go back to the back doctor again, we'll make another reservation and drop off the knives.
You know what this weekend is?
The second round of my birthday?
No. It's the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
The Super Bowl.
Travi's going to play.
Go Chiefs. Uncle Travie. And Taylor.
Did you see the Kelseys were in Disney? That was some enjoyable footage.
Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Is it the All-Star game or the All-Pro game or Pro Bowl? It's a Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. I don't know.
Pro Bowl.
A bunch of players from different teams came together and played.
Yeah, but they play flag football, which all of you out there probably knew. I did not know.
I didn't know that. Well, I didn't even know. I was like, what's happening? Why is Jason Kelsey playing?
They do agility stuff, agility competitions, and then they play flag football on Sunday because nobody wants them to get hurt, which makes sense. They don't want to get hurt in the Pro Bowl. But so Super Bowl's this weekend.
Did you watch the Grammys?
Oh,
We watched I watched I was at her house and I watched this much of the red carpet. I was like, I gotta turn this the fuck off. I mean, there was the outfits were wild, and then Billie Eilish again. I can't.
Did she have a Barbie baseball jacket on, a vintage
I don't
Barbie
even know, but
baseball,
it's supposed to be red carpet. There's a lady there like a fucking leotard. She looked like she had like a jacket on and a leotard. Remember her? Like she didn't have a dress or pants. She had like a bathing suit type
I don't
thing.
know who that was. Doja Cat?
And that's the thing. I didn't know a single fucking person on the red. I knew Laverne Cox. That's her name. Yes, Laverne Cox.
Well, this was only the red carpet. You didn't see
right,
the
but
awards.
watching the red carpet show, so I did not tune into it. So Mom this morning asked me, did I watch it? I didn't fucking watch it. I don't know how people are. So Tracy Chapman performed.
Yeah.
Which the mom sent me then the link, so I got to watch it, which was fantastic. And then I was pissed that I didn't watch it because I would have liked to have seen it. And Travis was there, apparently.
Travis Kelsey?
Apparently, he walked Taylor in.
No, that's a lie. He did not.
He walked her in and they didn't show him again.
He did not.
I don't know. I mean, I thought he was preparing for the Super Bowl, but maybe
He was not there. I've not heard one word about that.
Maybe he flew out, walked her in, and went back.
Nobody talked about it, and there's no footage of that.
Mom was wrong about that then.
Mom is wrong. He didn't go.
I don't know anything about it.
But
Billy
the
Joel
Japanese embassy here in the States has written on their letterhead an official letter.
This is fucking absurd.
About how they're reassuring everybody that Taylor will make it back in time.
People need to calm the fuck down about this.
Well, I think it's great that she's going. I think she's done a lot.
Yeah, so she's definitely going?
Yeah.
But I mean, people are haters about it. I'm not a hater about it. I think it's... my thing is how is this what everyone is talking about? Like,
and it's not
who the fuck cares?
Some people, men and women, are really upset because during game time, and it's never during an important play. It's never during heavy action. They pander her. It's not her fault.
It's not her fault. They show Bradley Cooper at the Eagles games a lot, which I don't mind because look, Bradley
they do.
Cooper's
but you know what? She has upped the NFL's viewership. She has upped the sale of merchandise. Anything she touches is gold. So if I were them, I would just
hate me. I don't know why they're fucking hating. And but I also don't understand the fucking why anybody cares this much about whether or not she's actually at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the people that are benefiting from it are not complaining because there's money to be had more, and more people want to have ads in the games and stuff.
I'm gonna have to put her on on the radio.
I actually like Taylor. I was not.
I don't know, and if she came on right now, I would not know. It's not true. When we were watching The Bear, a song came on, and somehow I knew that was her. I don't know what song it was, but I said, I think this is Taylor Swift. And at the end of it, in the credits, it said Taylor Swift. And so it was, but I'm not familiar. And not that I don't like her. I mean, I don't like her or dislike her. I really have an opinion. I do not know her music. I think she's beautiful. I like her red lipstick. I do not know any of her music at all.
I like her. I think she's smart as a whip. I think she's a hell of a songwriter. Some people said her music is too bubblegummy. Well, then don't listen to it. But you can't take away the fact that she is really brilliant, and it's not just her team that's running her. It's her, a lot of her making her own decisions, business-wise, and I just think she's smart as shit, and she's a good singer to boot, and
people want to be fucking haters.
So at the Grammys, speaking of,
she looked nice. I thought she looked nice. One of the very few dresses that were fucking normal, and there wasn't nipple showing,
right?
And there wasn't some kind of crazy shit. It was
tasteful.
It was tasteful. It was classic.
White and then black. And then Lana Del Rey was with her. I
have no idea who that is. I don't know any of these people.
She's a singer, who I like too. And Lana Del Rey had on black. Like a black dress. She was looking kind of 1960-ish with her hair. Looked a little Barbie-ish in a good way. Although it was all black.
You've not seen Barbie?
No.
I haven't seen Barbie. I'm
anyhow, so Taylor was there. No Travis. Mom got that wrong. But she did black and white. Black gloves.
For anyone
white
who
dress.
did not watch the Grammys, and anyone who cares.
And then anybody else that did not watch it, she does these Easter egg things, which I don't like to call them Easter eggs. I just think it's great that she drops hints for things.
Oh.
I love it.
Why the fuck is it called Easter eggs?
I don't know. They call things in video games Easter eggs too. I don't know.
Hidden things?
All the kids say it. A hidden message.
Table.
I just enjoy a hidden message. That is on purpose, and wants to be found. Now I have
fucking message in a bottle in my head.
And wants to be found out. So she accepted the award for the Grammy, and then she goes, she's very thankful to her fans, and it was a quick speech, and she goes, and now I'm going to go post the my new LP that I'm dropping in April. So, and she dropped the album cover. She said she was going to. It's black and white, and it's called the...
Is that why she wore black and white?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's all these hidden messages. It's called the Dead... oh God, something about the Dead Poet Society.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up.
You don't have to look it up.
No, I want to look it up because I don't want to get it wrong. But anyhow, I like the fact that she has some.
Oh, we had
messages.
wrong information last time. Did you see Cindy Stein? Thank you, Cindy Stein.
What was the wrong information?
Cindy Stein, who I'm sorry, your
We
last name
we don't claim to be factual.
begins with an R, and I cannot for the row out. Anyway, about the litter boxes. It was not factual. It was just like a hoax.
What?
But my friend's school, my friend's daughter's school, there are kids there that dress up as furries and meow at their teachers. That is not a hoax. Like, I've heard that from my friend's kid at the school.
I actually saw something on the news last week about it, and it just caught my attention, but I didn't. The Tortured Poets Department. That's the name of her album. The Tortured Poets Department.
There was something else from last week. I'm totally like squirrel.
Thank you, Cindy, for correcting.
Yeah, so that was a hoax.
But I don't.
Wait.
I think some places it's true.
So no sooner did we get done last week talking about the furries and it being like a fetish thing, right? And this strange sex show that I was telling you about on like TLC. Literally, like we got done, and I saw a friend's post on Facebook that in New Hampshire, I think it was New Hampshire, somewhere in New England. I'm gonna go with New Hampshire. They're opening or trying to open with a lot of community uproar.
I can't even imagine.
Another one of the episodes of the strange sex thing was about the people, I think it was mostly men, that like to dress up in diapers and sit in a crib and be treated like babies.
Oh my!
They're opening
God.
They're opening a fucking day spa baby fucking crib thing for adults with this fetish.
Well, that's
in the
ridiculous.
town, and I clicked on the news. It was from a news article. My friend posted it.
It's just ridiculous. Grow the fuck up.
And she was like, "Meanwhile, I'm trying to stay out of diapers."
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, when you have to wear a diaper in the old folks' home, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be pissed.
They'd like to, I can't even. I couldn't read the whole article. I was just like, you'd be fucking kidding me. Like they're actually open.
When someone brings you a diaper when you're 80 and you're in a nursing home, you're going to be fucking pissed and you're not going to want to wear it. And I know this from...
my friends just were telling me they bought really cute ones for their mom.
No,
They're like, they make cute ones now.
Yeah, I know, but people are in uproar about it because you don't want to have to wear a diaper as an adult.
I don't want to wear diapers.
And I know this from experience, not my own experience.
We're really drastically cut down on laundry.
With older people. Oh my God. No, you don't want to wear a diaper. What the fuck is wrong?
Be curious, not judgmental.
Oh my God. No, that's a diaper. Like, are they going to shit themselves in it? Like,
you have to go home and Google it and read up on it.
I'm not into gross fetishes. No.
I can't.
No,
but there is a fetish where people shit on each other and pee on each other and stuff.
Oh yeah, Donald. Yeah.
You have to watch. Look, people have not watched this strange sex show. It's not on anymore. It was on years ago. Again, I think it was like TLC. And this is also why we tell you watch these things in order, because then you.
Yeah.
My friends were telling me. I don't know if I told you this, that at the party I was at Saturday night, they were telling us before they came over. A group of them were together. They were having drinks, watching us on the TV. I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's so much fun. Enjoying the missing doorknob story. Yes.
Peter. Yeah. That's right. Great. Yeah. That's a great story.
It's a good story.
Oh, and I want to thank our friends who have sent us funny, raunchy.
Oh, we get some funny shit. Thank you for sending it to us.
For sending us like little memes, sending us pictures of things that you see when you're out. And if you've said so,
you can post them to the page if you want.
They've sent them to us. We've posted the ones that have said you can go ahead and post this. But feel free. Like
the British one. The British one.
Oh, the video
it's down. It expired. I was so angry, and I had multiple people send me that, but I was busy with my birthday weekend.
The best is
so I wasn't like up on my messages. And shit.
My friend said that's you. This sounds like something your sister would do.
I mean, well, first I had to fucking look at it a minute because the girl outside the window was kind of heavy set and had her hair in a bun. I'm like, oh my God, is that fucking me? Like, oh my God, like, do I not remember this? Like trying to like
took on a British accent all of a sudden.
But I couldn't hear it right away, and so but I was like, but what gave it away was she was wearing shorts, and I don't wear shorts.
Well, the thing is she almost pissed herself laughing.
I mean, but then
she was bent over to keep herself.
But when I first turned it on, I mean, I had a little panic because I was like, oh my God, is that me? I'm helping somebody into a fucking window, and I don't remember this, which is also not that far. That was the best. So if you didn't see it, I don't know if you can Google it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it came from. The video was on the Better Together page. No, Christ, I'm losing my mind. It was on the
Small Talk Queens.
Small Talk Queens page, and it is expired, but it was these two British women who apparently were locked out or some shit.
Yeah.
And the one lady was trying to crawl up into a window and then
it was a window
down.
from floor to ceiling outside, but there was only like a piece like this big, like at the top that
and
opened.
she had like a tube top dress on, so she goes up and then she comes down the window and then her dress came down, and there were her boobs like smashed
squished
up against the fucking glass.
If anybody's had a mammogram, that's exactly what it looked like. It was like squished and
hilarious.
sliding.
And then the lady, her friend outside, was just like losing her fucking mind. And
she's
like
almost peeing herself.
She was like hyperventilating. She couldn't breathe. It was a fantastic
and they were British or Irish. The accents made it even better.
It was so good.
Funny.
It was so good.
It was really funny.
Yeah, I mean the panic that I had on the onslaught of that video, because like fuck, why do I not? It was not me.
It was good.
Not me.
It was good. You should
also.
Go find it.
So speaking of videos, you sent me with that fucking a beaver. The beaver that was in the person's house in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah,
crawling around.
It's like a pet. It's a pet beaver. Pet beaver.
Why? We send each other these like fucking ridiculous things that we find about
animals. Usually animals.
Usually animals. I usually like mine are puppies, and then yours is like the fucking rescue beaver that's running around some woman's house. And she's like in the fucking dishwasher.
Given the algorithm that I have, it's all strange like animal things. Like I get the one where the raccoon. Oh my god, the raccoon attacking the girl, and then the mom. And then the mom comes in. It was caught on their doorbell.
I have seen it 3,000 times. It is never not funny. It is never not funny.
It's really not funny, but it is, which is why it went on to be viral. Like
thankfully, I'm sure the girl is okay.
Well, they all had to get rabies
If you've not seen it, the little girl, she's like, we'll say 10 or 11, 12. She's like trying to get in the house, and this raccoon
during the day, and it was it had to be a rabid raccoon.
And this raccoon like latched onto her fucking leg, and she's screaming bloody hell. And the mother comes out, and then they're both screaming, and then the mother gets a hold of the raccoon, and then
it grabbed her arm, and she's
trying to get it off, and then see this is where the country girl in me comes out, because I would have fucking smacked it off the wooden post to try to stun it, kill it, whatever. And she's just trying to get it off her arm, and it flings out into the yard, and then she runs in the house. I mean, it's been out there for a long time. If you guys have not seen this, it is fucking funny. It is fucking funny.
Speaking of country girls and raccoons, do you remember when I had the raccoon that was terrorizing like my trash cans in my backyard?
Yes.
That was before we got the bear-proof trash cans, and I had the exterminator who deals with the mice or
you see his little paws and prints all around.
Yeah, all over everything.
I mean, they would take the bricks off of the garbage can lid and get into the garbage can.
They have opposing thumbs. I don't care what anybody says. Like apes, they have opposing thumbs. They can lift. They grabbed the brick.
And the bricks are heavy.
Two bricks off of the trash cans. Fuck them. So we called to have the exterminator come. This is we had just moved in the house. We'd only been there like several months. It was the summertime, and the exterminator guy, is a reputable company, small, family owned, not one of those big like Terminex, but shows up with a small crate. Now, I've seen the raccoon because the raccoon would saunter.
Big raccoon.
Across our deck at night, and you could hear it because it was so fucking fat from our garbage that we'd pull the blinds open and watch it.
Well-fed raccoon.
Fuck him. So, wait, that reminds me.
And the horse he rode in on.
I gotta go back. What prompted us to finally, do you remember this? Finally get the exterminator involved, because John's like, just leave it alone. What the fuck are they going to do with it? They're going to catch it, or he's not going to come around. Like, just leave the raccoon alone. Until
so no one ever.
This was during the summer. Do you remember? It was often we would go out in the trash can. Brick would be moved and the lid off and garbage gone through. Well, what put John over the edge, and then me, because John left it for me to see. We had barbecued the night before, spare ribs,
fucking
and
bones,
and watermelon and corn on the cob.
Yeah, all the rinds and cobs.
All over the top of my MDX, the hood of my MDX. the little spare rib bones licked clean, and then the corn on the cob just completely, and the watermelon rinds. And I walk out and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, who did this? And I called John, and John's like, oh, you saw that? I'm like, so you saw it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you clean it off? He's like, I was on my way to work. I'm like, it's
They left
disgusting.
it.
It's disgusting.
Jesus.
I'm like, are we sure it was a raccoon? He's like, look closely and you can see the little paw prints. So I had like greasy little paw prints from those fuckers on my car. So that's when we call the exterminator. So anyhow, so the exterminator comes. So we've seen the raccoon is my point.
My glasses are a fucking mess.
Small little cage to catch this raccoon. I think he's putting like, I don't know, cantaloupe or something in it. I looked at him and I said, you're going to need a bigger cage.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
And in no shitting you, I said, you're going to need a bigger cage. He goes, you said it was a raccoon. I said, listen to me. I'm a country girl, grew up in the country, central Pennsylvania, with a field behind my house. I said...
We know some shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. We know some shit.
I said, this is A, a raccoon. It's not a groundhog. B, it is huge.
Mammoth.
And you're going to need a bigger one. And he just dismissed me. And Mom was there. And so she witnessed this. So I'm not making it up. And he just, and I had pictures of it on my phone, and he just dismissed me. I'm like, okay, you'll see.
You'll see. As Sean would say, you'll see.
So
you'll see.
He set the trap and caught it that night. And the next day I had a call. Now talk about inhumane. The raccoon was so fucking huge that he was squeezed in, and his arms were outside of the cage.
Are they arms or legs?
Legs, I don't know, but the arm part, the front paw is out, and his legs were out. He was kind of like splayed, like butterflied out in the thing because there was no room. He was so fucking fat. And I was like, see? So here's the best part. So I call the exterminator, and I'm like, we have a raccoon. It's not a groundhog, and you need to come get it. So that dumb fuck shows up later that afternoon. Mom's still visiting. That dumb fuck shows up, goes and gets the cage. I see him look at it. I see him walk back down, and he goes, you didn't tell me it was a raccoon, and you didn't tell me it was alive. I'm like, well, what did you think was going to...
Is this the same person?
Yes. I'm like, it was a trap. You didn't put poison in it. He's like, well, he has a pickup truck. He's like, well, I'm not equipped to take this raccoon today. Wait, before... Mom just looked at me, and she started...
Did you throw it in the pool and drown it?
No. I'm like, no. And we took a picture of the raccoon all splayed out, too. Because it was funny, and two, to prove the point, like, to the ass shat. So I'm like, no, you're taking the raccoon today. I don't care what you do, but what you do with it once you get it in your truck. It's in a cage. It's not going to unlock itself and let itself out if you put it in the bed of the truck,
in the heat of the summer.
I'm like, you're taking it out of here. That is not going to die because it was a Friday. And it's not going to stay there over the weekend for my youngest son at age 5 to go investigate, because that's what he would do.
There's a lot of dead wildlife in your backyard.
Yeah. Oh, God. And so
the
anyhow.
deer at the neighbor's yard in the summer.
But it's like, but anyhow, I'm like, what fucking planet are you on? I'm like, it's a huge raccoon. He's like, sure, lady. Sure, lady. You don't even know what you're talking about. Well, that's what you get. See. And I hope it crawled out of that cage in the truck on the way home.
I hope it attacked him and attacked that girl. Attack that fucking girl.
And I've watched hawks. It's like National Geographic in our backyard. I've watched this red-tailed hawk, like, hover, then sit on one of my fence posts, and it has gotten a rabbit, which was most upsetting to me. Another bird.
It's a circle of life.
And squirrels.
My friend George, he's a lover of the animals, and he chased. There was a hawk or some kind of bird, some kind of a big bird, honing in on a small, I don't know, chipmunk or squirrel or something, and he went out and chased it away. He's like, I understand the whole circle of life. Sorry, I shook the table.
Could have gotten him.
I understand the whole circle of life and whatever, but he's like, no.
It could have attacked him.
Who was I just... Oh, my God. My friend was just telling me that a hawk came in to get a stray cat in her backyard, and then the neighbor's rooster came, and there was a fight between the fucking hawk, the rooster, and the fucking cat.
This is in Oklahoma.
Do you want to guess who won? Did I tell you this?
Yeah, I know. So, wait, tell us who the game players are again. The hawk?
So, there's a hawk moving in to get a fucking stray cat.
Oh, that needed to be gone.
A rooster moved in to stop it. And the rooster won. These are some very aggressive roosters that she has.
I need to see the rooster.
I know. I was like, why? This is like a video that I need to see.
Meanwhile, the hawk that was in my yard, you can't see the table in my hand here, but I'm watching it from my bedroom bathroom, because it looks out on our back lawn. And I was like, I didn't have my glasses on and they weren't near me. I'm like, we have a fucking dog in the backyard. What is this dog doing in the backyard? Whose dog is this? How did it get in? We have a fence around with the chicken wire shit. How did the dog get in here? I finally get my glasses. scared the shit out of me. It is a big goddamn bird. And it was a hawk. It was a
We have
big
some
bird.
very aggressive birds around here.
Big bird.
It's like Hitchcock.
I'm not a fan. They are definitely related, to the dinosaurs, and I can see why. I was like yesterday years old when I realized that dinosaurs and birds are related. I know. Go ahead, laugh. Go ahead.
Is that true news? Is that fake news?
Yeah, no, that's true news. I learned
science is not, whatever I'm talking about.
Or somebody, I don't know, but I can see it. But that was really scary. And while we were out in Idaho, seeing these bald eagles, if you've never seen one, you need to. In real life, not on National Geographic, swoop in, pick up a fish, and just keep going.
Cool.
Very cool.
I've seen it on TV.
Not even like a splash out of the water. And then you need to Google this.
Christ.
There's one with a bird. I think it might be an eagle. I think carrying a small deer. I shit you not.
God.
I shit you not.
Christ.
Yeah. But I have like a love-hate relationship with the wildlife in my backyard. Like the hawk.
Always with the wildlife.
Go ahead and get the nasty birds. I wish you'd get like the blue jays because they're nasty. They're nasty.
I wish you, because they're fucking listening.
Because they're nasty.
The birds are listening.
The blue jays are nasty to the other birds. And they can imitate other birds' calls.
Fascinating.
And they fight.
We were watching, Joe and I were sitting in the hot tub one day this past summer watching the various birds out in your area. Like,
well, it doesn't help that Sean has like 10 birdhouses.
The blue jays were chasing away other birds, and there's just this whole like circle of life thing happening with these fucking birds. It's pretty fascinating.
The blue jays are nasty, and they don't obviously eat another bird, but I mean, they try to get in the house. They're hostile. They want to take over the house.
We don't ever have blue jays here. We have a lot of crows, an inordinate amount of crows, which I find a little disturbing because, I mean, it's like fucking Hitchcock. I mean, we walk out and they're making a lot of noise and they're flocking around, and it's a little terrifying.
The only thing I don't like about the hawks is that, and it wasn't a cat, because
we had the squirrel on the fucking screen last week.
Oh, yeah, you guys see. Wait, I'm not done.
Sorry.
A hawk left the remnants of the goddamn squirrel on the side of my shed when I was back getting something. I was like, what is that smell? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I took a picture, sent it to Dad. He's like, that was a squirrel. I'm like, no kidding. I see the tail.
That was a squirrel.
He's like, that was a
squirrel.
That was a hawk that got it.
The other day at Mom and Dad's house.
Wait, was it? I thought it was at your house.
No, the squirrel was here. Hang on, though. So Joe, every time we're with Mom and Dad, even though Dad hasn't hunted in like 30 years, there's conversation about hunting. And I'm like half listening. I'm doing something, and all of a sudden I hear Joe say to Dad, Mike, have you ever had squirrel? Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. My mom used to make squirrel stew. I'm like, Jesus Christ. He'd come home from school, and Mike, I feel like squirrel stew tonight. Go out and get it. It takes like 3 or 4 squirrels to make a squirrel stew. I'm fairly certain the mom chimed in, oh, yeah, my dad used to make that. Christ.
We aren't hillbillies. We really aren't hillbillies. No. And anybody that grew up with us knows that we're not hillbillies. Well,
like on National Lampoons, when they have the squirrel in the house.
Well, I mean, look at who's eating
Clark's
the squirrel.
Like, doesn't Eddie eat these goddamn things? But they were hiding.
We are not, and we are not. We just aren't hillbillies. I just don't understand.
I mean, so they used to have squirrels. So, the other day, I'm in the kitchen. And the security camera out back went off. So I took a little look. And I'll post it on the page. I took a little look. Out back, and there's a squirrel that's like on like the little whatever, like the fucking thing above the door, whatever.
Fucking aggressive.
And then all of a sudden the squirrel's gone. And so I go back to work at the table, and I hear this fucking racket at the window, and I look up, and there's this giant squirrel clinging to the fucking screen. And this is why our screen is all ripped to shit. And Mom's like, well, I must think that like your plants in the window or something are like food. So then I'm up there, I got a pen, I'm up there, I'm yelling, screaming, I'm trying to bang on the fucking window. And Joe comes running out because he thinks, oh my God, one of the neighbor's kids got in, and I'm yelling at the fucking neighbor's kid again, pounding on the window to get out of the yard.
Oh my God.
That's a whole other story for some other time.
Yeah.
I am that person. They drove me to be that person. Anyway, so then the squirrel finally disappeared, and then there's like these like fucking like claw marks, and the screen is all ripped to shit. I'm a little hostile. And I'm not gonna get the fucking screen fixed because they're just gonna cling. I mean, this is not the first time. One time I was sitting out in the parlor. Yes, I said parlor. It was our dining room, and then we got rid of the table, put a couch out there, put the liquor cabinet out there, and so it's a parlor and a bar, and so I call it a barlor. Sitting in the parlor, minding my business, racket at the fucking window, and we have like the shit on the window that makes it look like stained glass. I could make out what it was, and it was a fucking squirrel again, clinging to our screens are like ripped to shit from these goddamn aggressive.
They're fat squirrels over here.
They're very well fed.
I mean, they are fat fucking squirrels. Everything's fat around here.
The oak tree across the street, the giant one, is, you know.
Oh, and I have this.
Acorns.
I have this friend in Maine.
Trash.
Have this friend in Maine.
Table keeps shaking.
She's an artist.
The chipmunks.
She in Maine sat out on her deck, little Chippy. She had a name for it, and she put her hand out, and the chipmunk comes up and takes the sunflowers from her hand. The sunflower seeds from her hand, stuffs them, goes away, like down this one step, hops back up on the step, takes some more. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. With my luck, it would bite me and I'd have rabies right then. But no, she feeds it. It's like her pet.
I had a friend try to rescue a mouse in the city once. It was about to be eaten by a bird or a cat or something, and it bit her.
Well, that's what you get.
And then she went to the hospital and said the
Do
mouse,
I know this person?
I'm not saying names. The mouse bit me.
I do
and
know
they're like,
this
well,
person.
are you all right? And she's like, well, do you need to test me for something? The mouse bit. It's a dirty city mouse. It bit. We had the exterminator here. So we had the exterminator come like once a quarter or whatever to come and just check.
For the bugs and mice?
So he sprays for spiders because I don't like the spiders. And then he checks for mice. And so it's an old house, whatever. Mice get in the basement somehow. So he's like, have you seen any activity? I'm like, I'm not fucking down there looking for activity. I go down. I take a look around quick before I get past the threshold of the stairs. I go over. I put the laundry in. And I go right the fuck back upstairs again. Our basement's not finished. It's like a little. It's a concrete floor and a crawl space that Sean's
scared of it. You're scared of it.
It's a little bit terrifying. So
scared of it.
And I know that there are mice because they have to come and fill the bait stations because the wall you can crawl over into like a crawl space and but we can't finish that off because
the pipes are there.
The pipes are there behind there. So there's like this much space for a very small plumber to get in there should he need to. And when we had the electrical work done last year, the electrician was like, we might have to get back there. I'm going to fucking find somebody who can fit in there. I can't fit back there. He's like, we're going to have to hire someone small just to get back there. I'm like, my God. And Sean, my nephew, he's terrified of it. He's like, For the longest time, he would not go to the basement unattended.
I don't blame him.
Now he'll run down and grab something, whatever, because if we allow him to go get the tools and he likes to, have access to that kind of thing. And he'll haul ass back up. But I mean, he's not lingering down there either. But so the guy was like, there was a lot of activity. All the things were empty. They're empty. They crawl the back fuck out wherever they go when they die. They're not in the basement. I don't care. Because he's like, you need to do this and do that and finish off the crawl. We're not finishing off the crawl space so we can tear it open should, God forbid, we ever need to get to the pipes. The mice. That's it. That's all I have about the mice. I just fucking...
We have them in our house. Occasionally I find them in our basement. Thank God it's always in the unfinished part of the basement. But... one was there and I just screamed, walked out, shut the door, called John at work and said, we have a dead mouse. You got to come take care of it.
Well, before we left for vacation this past fall, Joe had been into the basement for something. He's like, oh my God, that's the biggest spider. You can't even imagine how big the spider was. Okay. So the next day, it's the day before we're leaving.
Oh God.
And we go downstairs and there's a fucking mouse and he thought that, so he had seen it earlier, but thought that was a really big fucking spider with a tarantula crawling around the basement. So then I lose my shit because I'm like, well, it didn't run from us, so I knew it must have gotten into the poison.
Ew.
From the bait station.
It makes them slow
it's so slow because it didn't run from us, and I'm quite familiar with how a mouse behaves when you go near it.
She has them in her classroom.
Right. So in my old apartment too. So
wait, didn't the one gnaw its leg off?
I can't. Stop. We can't even.
Wait, one gnawed its leg off?
It did not gnaw its leg off.
You told me it didn't free itself.
No, it tried to fucking get off of the sticky trap and it fucking tore its body apart moments before my kids were coming into the classroom. And then I lost my shit screaming because I was horrified and I didn't want the fucking kindergartners to see it. And then I tried to put the trash can over it. And so I didn't want to get too close, and I dropped the trash can down, and it landed next to the fucking mouse on the sticky trap. So now I've got the dead mouse ripped a fucking part on the sticky trap with the garbage can.
We're going to have Peter calling us.
I know, right?
We're going to have Peter calling us.
And then the sticky traps are inhumane, but look, it's the night before we're leaving for vacation. I'm not going to chance a fucking mouse getting loose in this house.
You're a chipmunk.
So I find a sticky trap because I know we have fucking sticky traps in this house. There's a box of sticky traps.
Dad gave us some.
In this house. So here I am in the basement, tearing it apart, found the sticky traps, back upstairs, I made peanut butter because I like the PB2 powder, whipped up some fucking peanut butter, spread it on 2 sticky traps, and then put them in 2 different locations in the basement. And then like every half hour, I'd go to the top of the stairs and look down to see if we got the mouse.
What'd you do for entertainment tonight?
So but we could not. I was like, I can't go to bed. I can't go to bed if it's on the loose. And 2, I sure as fuck can't go on vacation with a mouse.
It'll come rip your face off.
We got the mouse, and it was dead on the sticky trap when we got there. Wore itself out, probably just, trying to get to the peanut butter, and it was already drugged. It was already poisoned, so.
It got roofied.
Mike, speaking of roofies, Mike.
Did not roofie anybody.
Because I know that you're watching this, Mike.
Did not
you are
roofie
coming.
anybody.
You are coming on this show, so we can have a roofie episode. And I know being roofied is not amusing, folks. It's not. And I've been roofied, and thank Christ, nothing bad happened to me, other than it made me violently ill both times, because twice I've been fucking roofied in my life. We're not discussing that today. Yeah. Mike, and you know who you are. I'm begging you. You've got to come on so we can have a roofie episode, because, I mean, it sucked for both of us, because I've heard your story. Kelly told me your story. But I think the world should know it. The world, our 200 followers, and we love you. Those of you, anyway, it's a good story.
Wait, before we gotta go, we're gonna get yelled at.
It's an hour again.
But listen, so I ordered something off of Etsy. These are not real stamps, but they use a perforator. So look at what she made for me, and this is not what I ordered. I don't know how she knew I loved the Kelseys. It's an Etsy business. But look at what she sent to me. And I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to tag New Heights and both Kelsey brothers. That's right. That's what I said. I'm going to tag them. This is fucking hysterical.
I was telling her the other day, I have a great way.
Look at this.
I see the stamp. Jason was at the TD Bank, 2 miles from here, right?
My friend was talking to him. God damn it.
So I came up with a brilliant idea the other weekend. This past weekend, we were on the phone, FaceTiming about the Shenanigans, and I had a great idea where we just take your car, because it's nicer in his neighborhood. You can't have my fucking dinged up Camry with the tinted windows.
My car's dinged up.
Have your car and go and just kind of park nearby and watch a little bit.
No, I got a Penn State license plate on.
And then when
it's
he goes,
very identifiable.
We'll see him, and then we could just follow him to where he's going, and then very nonchalantly get out. And it was either Dad or Joe that heard me tell you that. They're like, Megan, that's called stalking.
Yeah.
I don't mean any harm. I just want to say hi. How's it going?
Yeah.
Cecilia, I do really live that close to him, by the way. Yeah. I talked to your mom. I do. I'm gonna clock it next time.
Now somebody's gonna call the police, and they're gonna.
We're not fucking stalking anybody. Christ, I'm harmless.
But just look.
The Kelseys. There.
I know this is like no big deal, but
I'm actually gonna watch the Super Bowl so I can see Travis.
Uncle Travie.
There was something else.
We didn't even talk about the video from your birthday.
What video?
The one you sent me. The tractor.
That's not. You're like half out of you. There were so many shenanigans this past weekend.
Shenanigans.
Okay. Well, let's finish this now. If you've watched this long, you can watch another fucking 10 minutes. So Sunday morning, I wake up. So we had been to a party for my friend's birthday and like a little bit of my birthday.
Yeah, it's a double party weekend.
So we're at a party Saturday night. I wake up Saturday morning. I can't find my glasses. Saturday morning, I woke up with my glasses on my face. Sunday morning, I woke up and I couldn't find them. I apparently give them to Joe, and he put them on his side on the nightstand. So I'm getting up like to go to the bathroom, and I'm still a little drunk. And Joe says to me, as I'm like kind of looking for my glasses, and looking for my pants so I can go to the bathroom. And Joe's like, "Oh, don't forget you puked on the green chair." The fuck? I was like, "What?"
At her parents'
house. I'm like, "What?" He's like, you puked on the green chair. Jesus Christ. I'm like, did I fucking clean it up? He's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, oh my God. And I can hear my parents up, and I'm like, fuck. That's fine. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
That's going to be a bad wake-up
I need help. Right? This time for me to be like, I'm going to need help. So I
hustle out there.
No glasses on. I'm running out there.
Did you pee first?
No, I just skipped it. I went running out to the fucking sunroom, and I have my glasses on, so I'm like down at the green chair, like looking at it. Mom's sitting there. Megan, what did you lose? Nothing. I'm just making sure I puke on this. What? You better not have. I'm like,
she got up.
And I'm like, mom's investigating. Let's make sure there better not be puke on this green chair. There's no fucking puke on it. I mean, I'm sniffing it too because I have my glasses on. So in case I'm missing it visually, I'm gonna give it a sniff test. There's no puke. So I go back to the bedroom, find my pink shirt from the night before, still don't have my fucking glasses, pick up the pink shirt, and I'm sniffing it. He's like, yes, well, you threw up all over your shirt too, and in your purse. The fuck? And so I'm looking at my purse, and I'm like, my God, there is no vomit. He's like, oh, maybe you just choked on your water and spit it out. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And
I'm glad he was so concerned to help you.
Well, and I love it because he just went the fuck to bed and
Yeah, that's
left
what I'm saying.
left me to fucking puke on the green chair and leave it at my parents'.
Yeah.
So I did not do that. And then also, so the other thing, so then sitting there later that morning, I get this video, and
I laughed so hard.
Friends of ours. So it's
I
like it was like Peter's like tractor train home.
Oh my God, can we post this?
So no, we're not posting it. We're not posting it. I'm not naming names, but our friends put on ski suits. And their son drove them on a tractor, pulling some kind of car with like skis on it through a field to get from the party back to their house. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Tractor,
it was really
like
a tractor pull. It was
pulling,
great. Like a little sidecar thing.
A little sidecar, but it was behind them
skis.
with skis, but it was the blades that they have on a
snowboard,
snowmobile.
something like
on
something.
a snowmobile.
Like, okay, that's what it was.
Oh,
it was fucking funny.
My God,
it was fantastic.
Fucking hysterical.
That was hysterical.
Hysterical.
And those of you that were privy to that and got to witness that, because we left the party and Joe's like, "Oh, there's a tractor," because I guess we were talking about it at the party, but I don't remember it. So
how'd you get here? Oh, I took the tractor.
No, I got home with Joe. We had to have some. He had to have some strong language with me, I guess, because 11 o'clock. We were supposed to leave at 11.
I wanted to shut it down.
And 11 o'clock rolled around, and I was not leaving the party.
She was not shutting it down.
And then at 11:30, he was like, "We're leaving the party. It's time to leave the party." So, and I know how
the party pooper.
It was time.
Party
we had to get up, and he wanted to go to church in the morning. We had to get back here, and so he missed church because we had a late night. And then we had to get back here though on Sunday, so we had to be up and out.
I told somebody that you swore at church. In church.
I think I said it on here last time with the funeral, and I mean, Jesus loves me.
On that note.
I hope. On that note. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in to what I think is episode 14 of Small Talk Queens.
14.
And for all of you that are new, because like I went on this drunk binge of adding people last week. I was just like adding people. So a couple things. One, because the YouTube, just go to YouTube. You don't have to be on the Facebook page. If you want to join the Facebook page, join it because we post some funny shit. And again, those of you that are on Instagram, I don't know how the fuck to work Instagram, and I can't post the videos to Instagram. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't know how to post.
I just need to find some time.
It won't let me.
Maybe while I'm recuperating with my fucking back surgery, I can figure that out. While I'm on a little oxy, I can figure that all out. We'll see how that shakes out.
God only knows what videos will be on.
So if you go to YouTube, one, if you subscribe, I think you get notifications. I don't know.
Yeah.
The other thing is that if you go and click like videos, because like they don't post them always in order, so it's confusing.
So when you go to on YouTube, you go to Small Talk Queens, it's going to just post like random pictures or the videos of us.
I don't know that they're in order, or it's the most recent.
So you have to go to videos.
Click videos, and then it will show you chronologically the newest, and then scroll down to the oldest.
Right.
And then you can watch any fucking order you want, but we do circle back to a lot of shit, so like... I mean, I would watch them in order, I think. Oh, we have a giveaway. Fucker, I forgot the giveaway again. And I'm not going to run upstairs to get it right now. So tune in. Next week, we'll do the giveaway. Or maybe you can shake it on over here. Put the fucking Kelsey stamp down. Put the fucking Kelsey stamp down. You're obsessed. I'm going to tear it out of your hands, and I'm going to lick it and stick it to the table, and that'll really piss you off, and then you're not going to do anything with it.
Oh, my God.
You're getting fucking hostile.
Violent.
So, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, the candle. So we're going to do the candle. Maybe you can like come on over here another day, and we'll put the
candle on.
We'll do the. I have it's a candle. It's like a fuck you candle. Like it's a fun candle.
It's not as raunchy as the balls.
No. Oh wait! I gave my friend for a birthday gift this candle. It was like, I'll shank a bitch in a kidney for you, or something like that. It was fantastic. It was great. Like I kind of want to get it for myself too because, I mean, it's fucking funny. Anyway, okay. On that note, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you had fun, and we hope that this brought a laugh to you because, like, I mean, like the message, I got a message last week from a friend, and she's like, this makes my day when you guys post this. I love it. Thank you for the smiles. Thank you for the laughs.
It's just us shooting the shit.
And, the untruths and the swears. And
at our own expense, really.
Expense. Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, thank you for tuning
in. Have a good one.
To Small Talk Queens. Have a good one. See you next week.
Bye.